What's up, YouTube? It's the Hood Trucker Fitness Channel. We talk everything fitness. Today, I'm finally ready to report that my shoulder is feeling much better. It's not all the way there. For like the last few days, like maybe 4 or 5 days, I've been able to sleep all the way through. What I should have been doing is probably doing more strength exercises for my shoulder earlier. But you know what? Because like from time to time, excuse me, from time to time, I would raise stuff in this type of emotion. Like trying to pull and raise up stuff, and I would feel it. And it's right here. It's right there, and it's like a toothache. So, I'd say maybe I think it's been like 6 weeks or something. I can check the post, but I've just been between the job and the shoulder. To be honest with you, I haven't really been doing nothing. Now, I kind of took a couple of steps back because, listen, I wasn't really eating the way I was supposed to. So I kind of took a couple of steps back, but as of I'd say, if not tonight, then tomorrow for sure, because the weather's clearing up. It kind of put me behind, trying to catch up and stuff like that. The weather, it slows you down. So as a truck driver, so sometimes you got to catch up, and then when you catch up, you're dog tired. And if anybody's like ran themselves ragged, it takes you a while to recoup. So let's say you only get like 4 hours of sleep tonight. Tomorrow you're gonna be a little groggy, whatever. And some people think that, okay, well, if I get 8 hours tomorrow, but I sleep an additional 4 hours, that'll make up for the 4 hours I didn't get yesterday. So if basically if I sleep 12 hours, I'm making up for the 4 hours I did yesterday. No, it doesn't work like that. Your body takes a while for it to balance itself out. It's all kinds of stuff going on with your body when you're sleep deprived. It's damaging. So what was happening to me is that, I was like really not motivated at all. Like retaining water, not eating right, having massive cravings, and me not being strong enough mentally to, refrain from those cravings. Because in the back of my mind, I'm knowing that I'm gonna get back. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get back on it. That's a blessing and a curse. Because once you get moving, once you get started, you're gonna blast that thing. It's just it's just A, getting started, and B, in the back of your mind, knowing that you're gonna get it started and you're gonna get it back together. So let me go ahead and enjoy this time, and So yeah, so I took a couple of steps back, but it's okay because I was trying to eat a lot of protein, drinking a lot of milk, just trying to put a lot of protein in my body, and just look, say, hey, you know what? It is what it is. I'm injured, and I can't really. Literally, I was even having trouble sleeping. So, if you're having trouble sleeping, literally, like, I'd probably get like 3-4 hours at a time, and I would wake up, and my shoulder would be on fire, and it was doing a lot of damage to me. Like, with my sleep, I can't get the type of sleep I need to get. And over the past 4 to 6 days maybe, it's been feeling better. Like I've been sleeping through. Now today I kind of got interrupted because everyone want to call me today. That's not good either. But as far as that, as far as my shoulders was concerned, I mean, it was. I mean, you wouldn't think that an injury could like just totally throw a monkey wrench in everything, but that's exactly what it did, because it was like a perfect storm. It's like I'm running behind schedule. I got all this weather. I got this. I mean, and it's only like right here too. Like annoying, like jabbing you with an ice pick type of a pain. And there's like, you try to lay down, go and, get some rest and, try to get some sleep or whatever. And you just can't, because no matter what you do, you raise your arm up, you put it down, you move it to the side, it still hurts. I mean, I used to wake up in the middle of the night and I end up, getting my massager back going and all of that. And it was, oh my God, it just wasn't, I mean, it almost did. I mean, it was to the point where I wasn't even using the massager. I just was just really just deep with my hand, just like really deep getting in there, because, I've had rehab in the past and I've had pulled muscles in the past, and that's exactly what they do. Like I had a big thigh contusion when I was playing football, and that dude like took his fist, like say this is my thigh, right? And say this is the area where the contusion was. This dude took his fist and just was doing like this as he was lifting my bending. He had my say this is my knee, so he was doing like this with my leg, right? And say this is my thigh. He was he's pushing. Woo, I'm sweating right now just thinking about it. That was excruciating. So I mean and that's pretty much what he did for all my muscle related injuries. I mean, he would get in there and he would rub the mess out of that thing, and then it would, every day it would be super sore. The next day you ice it, you heat it, you ice it, you heat it. That's one of the things I probably should have done. I should have got on that. I mean, it's just resources though. Sometimes, like again, like it'd be so. I mean, I'd be so run down sometimes. I don't even want to take a shower. I'd be like, man, I'll take a shower in the morning. Like I just go lay down and go sleep. I mean, it'd be that bad. So it's feeling better though. And then I was getting a little bit of a twinge on this side. Like when I felt this one go, I felt it as soon as I was doing push-ups at the time too. I felt it because it felt like a rip. And you could feel that, it just felt like, because I've had pulled muscles in the past, and I know what that feels like. Like something moves in there, and I mean, I can only imagine what's going on in there. So I just got into it, started rubbing it, and started, drinking a lot of milk, and trying to eat proteins, and just thought like, hey, this is what it is. And I'm gonna have to ride this out. And again, time constraints and injury. I mean, weather. I mean, it was everything coming off. It was almost like it was meant for me to put the brakes on my fitness for a brief time, because in that time, I mean, I still want to do stuff, and I basically can't. I mean, I guess I could have, forced something like that, but I say, you know what? Sometimes in my lifetime, I've been fortunate enough to realize that sometimes bad things happen for a good reason. Now, during this time, I've really been studying about social media marketing. I've been really studying about credit. I've been really studying about finances, period. I turned 50. I'm really looking at the people that are in my circle. Like, I'm cutting a lot of people off. These people are unhealthy. I mean, you have attitudes and different, um, just different ways that I just don't want to be associated with no longer. So I'm cutting people off, and I'm also trying to focus on what I'm gonna do after I get out of the trucking industry, or at least out of the trucking industry as far as being a driver. I kind of said that I would never have another trucking company again, just because it's really stressful, it's high risk. But I'm kind of looking at possibly doing some stuff with car hauling, because I saw the potential there. I just got massively turned off with it because of the way that I was being taught. Like, um, I wasn't being trained professionally. Like, the dude showed me one time how to basically do the functions of what I'm supposed to do, how to strap something and how to chain something. But as far as loading a car, whether it's supposed to be front way or reversed or all that, like I really don't know anything about that. I mean, I've been driving a truck, so I guess if I were to get on a scale, I would know how to adjust it. But once you get all them cars on, you got to pull all of them off. If you got a car in the front, you need to turn around or something like that, like it's the wrong way or whatever the case. You got to pull all those cars off, and it's a pain in the butt. And I had experiences where I was spending like 12, 13, 16 hours loading cars, in the snow and the rain, and everything is metal, and you got metal and rubber, and sliding everywhere, and it's scary, and locking keys in the car. I mean, just a whole number of things. So it was frustrating all at once, and but I think there's some potential in that, because of the fact that when you haul produce like I haul now, it paying good going east. They don't pay very good going west. Cars is a little different story, because you can pick up private people cars, and you charge them directly, um, and you can supplement. You can add more value to that truckload than you can going east, hauling anything. So I was kind of attracted by that. Also, you can make money without going to California. California have all these emission rules with the trucks now. They're not letting you in if you don't have a filter on the truck and all of that crazy stuff. A lot of the other states don't have that. And then so if that's the case, then you can run a little bit older truck that doesn't have all that stuff on there. It's going to be cheaper, so it's less skin you have to have in the game, or a less barrier to entry into the industry if you can do that. I mean, you can run, and you don't have to run that many miles to make money. I mean, you hauling these cars, like, you get you a good little route, and you can make a decent amount of money. I just don't know if I want to do that. So I'm still contemplating that. But I'm looking into I'm testing, or I'm educating myself on just doing other things. The t-shirts I'm doing. Looking at doing maybe doing some music. I'm not really a musician. I mean, I was a DJ back in the day, and I know about music. I try to make music. Most people don't like what I make, but at least they say they don't. But I'm trying to come up with something, right, so that I can be at home and I can enjoy, home purchase possibly. I could just basically just be at home. I mean, I've been doing this 10 years, and I'm kind of burnt out, and I'm ready to have a more of a normal style type of a life. And even if it's just maybe getting my hazmat and hauling gas or something, that would be a thing. Also, I'm looking into the fitness, to where you could take a overweight truck driver and get him fit, and come up with a way to do that, having injuries, being older, up in age, and is being successful. So I'm looking at a bunch of different things, credit repair, stuff like that. So and also just generally stuff that I can buy and sell, make a profit. Something like scale. I was thinking about music and collaborating with people, kind of maybe like what maybe DJ Khaled, somebody, that type that kind of thing. But then again, I'm a truck driver, so I know the truck industry in and out. Like I was a dispatcher before I was a driver. I own my own company, so I know how to run a company. I might even come up with a program to teach people how to run their own trucking company. I don't know. It's just, it's just, to me, you don't. I mean, it's a attractive industry in the fact that the trucking industry really doesn't care if you've been to prison or not. They don't care necessarily if you have DUIs or something, as long as it's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years old. It varies from company to company. But then again, if you don't have any experience at all, then it don't matter what you do. I mean, I was in a tough spot to where I didn't have any experience. I was on parole and I had DUI, so I couldn't get hired. So I had to partner up with somebody and start it that way. So, but this is a fitness channel, and we're focusing on fitness. But I just just give you the update of where I'm at mentally, physically. I'm a couple of steps behind. I took a couple of steps back, but that's fine. So it's kind of like a bulking stage. My shoulder feels wonderful, not wonderful, but a lot better than it did, and that's a good thing because we're gonna get it back. We're gonna get back doing what we're supposed to do, and this dude walking by, but it's just a matter of time. We gonna. I mean, I was off for 6 weeks. I could probably get back to where I was in about 3 weeks, 4 weeks maximum. Take a month, get back to where I was. But I'm bigger, stronger, faster, more educated, because now I'm going to be focused on doing more shoulder stuff. I've been working on my middle back. I've been having major middle back pain for the last probably 5, 6, 7 years. Actually, since 2014. So that was going on 7 years ago. So I've had that same pain for 7 years, and I never knew what to do with it. I never paid attention to it or whatever. So we're working on that too. Let's get a little better. It's a slow process, but I can feel it. It's getting progressively better. So with that, stay tuned. I'm gonna try to post more often. Because the weather's starting to clear up and things are starting to look a little different. I can sleep more now because I don't have the shoulder. I'm getting better sleep, so that's going to help as far as energy and motivation. So with that, stay tuned because we're gonna get this thing back cracking again. Talk to you soon.